What's up, YouTube? SalvoG here. Welcome back to another reaction video. We're going to be listening to the Decemberists. First time listening to this band. Haven't heard of them either. This one's from Barb over on Patreon. Thank you so much to Barb for the support to the channel and the request of this song, which is called The Mariner's Revenge Song. Alright, so before we get to that, and we will in just a moment, it is a bit of a longer one, so I'm going to make this a little snappy. The Decemberists are an indie rock band from Portland, Oregon, formed in 2000. Indie rock, indie folk, indie pop. In 2011, it looks like Down by the Water, from their album The King is Dead, was nominated for Best Rock Song at the 54th Grammy Awards. They have a handful of albums. First one was in 2002, and the last one, rather recently, 2024. Cool album cover. Oh, they all look kind of cool. A little abstract. That one not so much. That one for sure. Wow. Cool album covers. Okay. The album, Picaresque. Alright. Third album from them, released in 2005. As of 2006, it has sold 123,000 units in the US. The song we're going to listen to is called The Mariner's Revenge, number 10 on the album. I don't think it was a single. Looks like maybe they only had one single. Probably one or two, actually, but for some reason, only you can click on one. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and see what we have up our sleeve here. Turn the volume up. Here we go. There you go.
1, 2, 3. We are two mariners, a ship's sole survivors in this belly of a whale. Its ribs are ceiling beams, its guts are carpeting. I guess we have some time to kill. You may not remember me, I was a child of 3 and you a lad of 18. But I remember you, and I will relate to you how our histories interweave. At the time you were a rake and a roustabout, spending all your money on the whores and hounds. Oh, you had a charming air, so cheap and debonair, my widowed mother found so sweet.
He needs a chair.
And so she took you in, her sheets still warm at him, now filled with filth and foul disease. As time wore on, you proved a dead-ridden drunken man, leaving my mother a poor consumptive wretch. Oh, and then you disappeared, your gambling arrears, the only thing you left behind. And then the magistrates reclaimed our small estate, and my poor mother lost her mind. Then one day in spring, my dear sweet mother died. But before she did, I took her hand as she dying cried.
Huh. What I was saying was the guy that's on the drum, he needs a chair.
It took me 15 years to swallow all my tears among the urchins in the street, until a priory took pity and hired me to keep their vestry nice and neat. But never once in the employ of these holy men did I ever once turn my mind from the thought of revenge. Oh. One night I overheard the prior exchanging words with a penitent whaler from the sea. The captain of his ship, who matched you toe-to-tip, was known for one cruelty. The following day I shipped to sea with the privateer, and in the whistle of the wind I could almost hear. Oh,
Bind him, tie him to a pole and break his fingers to splinters. Drag him to a hole until he wakes up naked, crawling at the ceiling of his grave. There is one thing I must say to you. As you sail across the sea, always your mother will watch over you as you avenge this wicked deed.
And then that fateful night, we had you in our sight after 20 months at sea. Your starboard flank abeam, I was getting my muskets clean when came this rumbling from beneath. The ocean shook, the sky went black, and the captain quailed as before us grew the angry jaws of a giant whale.
Wait, was that on purpose?
Don't know how I survived. The crew all was chewed alive. I must have slipped between his teeth. But oh, what providence, what divine intelligence, that you should survive as well as me. It gives my eye great joy to see your eyes fill with fear. So lean in close and I will whisper the last words you'll hear. Oh.
Whoa, that's really cool. I think music like this is generally underrated. Just because I don't think people are turned on to the idea of listening, like the majority of people aren't turned on to the idea of listening to anything indie normally. Like, even if you just say, hey, would you want to check out this indie folk song that I think's pretty cool, you know, like most people would just be like, what? Or, you know, just like maybe turn it down. Which is a shame, because you get music like this and it's really, really unique, but it also feels natural. You know, it just feels super natural. And the I don't know any of these people. Colin, probably. Really unique voice. It sounds perfect for the type of sound that they're putting out. There's an accordion. I mean, that was crazy. The violin, everything sounded so good. And they're just in the middle of a living room. So we're getting living room acoustics. I'm wondering what that sounds like, you know, in a large arena. Probably pretty crazy. But that was really good. This is like port music, I want to call it. You know, it just reminds me of, like, we just recently watched Pirates of the Caribbean. Like something I'd be hearing if I was like wandering the port. Which is cool. That's really, really neat, actually. Like when something actually takes you somewhere, like a sound or a song actually takes you somewhere, and you can attach like a place to a song that you would normally have, you know, would never happen. Not never, but like that specific, you know, which is just unique. So that was really fun. I think music like this is just generally underrated, just because, you know, it's, where do you hear it? You know, where do you hear it unless somebody turns you on to it? Really nowhere. You know, it's not like I'm going to go scour YouTube and stumble into this, or turn on the radio, or even, you know, I guess I could go on like Spotify and like go under the indie rock section, you know, but even that's pretty hard to do, just because you put other stuff on before it. So you kind of have to be introduced to stuff like this in order to appreciate it. So shout out to Barb for that one. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments. And if we have any other Decemberists fans, throw another song in the comments. Why not? Let me know what everybody's thinking. But yeah, that was fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Peace.